thank you for jumping on here for this virtual session. We've been looking to put this together to see what we were going to do for some time now. So if you're new to these, the user group here, we'll explain a little bit about what we're about here. So the M3 user group is, we feel like this is a group that we come together, this great big budget-friendly ERP system that you currently are paying to use. Is something that we think we can work together and make a better system. It's better for everyone. There's things, it's such a large system, as you all know, that we can work together and help figure out ideas, help figure out how to access different content, So what is being a part of M3UGA about and being there? That is part of it. But the membership fee, let's talk about that to start with. To be a member of M3UGA, you can come to this event today, and events such as this virtual session, this one is open to everyone. We are looking at putting these together for the user group, and this one was going to be private, but since it's the first one, we were going to push it out to everyone. So to get a little feel. Many of you may have gotten a request about sessions, and what sessions would you like to see at a virtual session? What sessions would you like to, for us to point out there for us and things you'd like to learn or see? Well, we didn't get a lot of feedback, but as we move forward, we hope that you see this and you see the value of it and you will do it. So other things that you might get for your $300 for the company. Again, that is for the company. That's from everyone from your CIO to the boy checking in freight in the back door. So anyone that wants to be part of this group, that one fee, whether it's 2 people or 2,000 people, they're part of this group. You get discounts on events. So if our next event coming up, the fee, if you're not a member, is $100, but if you're a member, it's free. So it pays for itself real quick when you're going to events like that. Other things that we do are assistance on ER promotions, trying to get your enhancement request pushed forward, and that there will be a session later today by Michelle and John, and they will show you where we've gone with that so far and where we'll be going with it, along with showing you some ins and outs of how to use the system. Opportunity for direct sessions, just like these sessions here will be recorded. We're going to save these sessions out on the user group community, the paid user group community. So that's where anyone that's a member can go back and review these sessions if they show anything that you might want to go back and review. And then, of course, the collaboration with members. You can do that with or without this but overall, we're a good group that comes together with all types of industries. So let's talk a little bit about the year in review for M3UGA, where we've been. So that's what M3UGA is about. That's why we want you to come in. That's why we want you to be members to help us all make it better. But the year in review right now, of where we have been this year so far, the board this year has been all the same, except for we lost Mark Cooper. Mark Cooper moved on to seek his fortune elsewhere from Darn Tough. He did a lot, but the members that you see here, they have been with us all year in 2025, and they've helped to make it through this year. And they've listened to me a whole lot, just like you're doing right now. But I'm Steve Bartlett, and been serving as your president this year. As we go on, we have Brian Hillman served as your vice president. Adam Prignitz, I never say his name right. Sorry, Adam. But anyway, he's our secretary. He's done a great job there. We have Karen Legit. Looks like I put something over top of her name there at the end of this. But Karen Legit, she serves and she keeps us all in order for the money and all that. And she's done a fabulous job there. We actually have funds in the bank right now, so that's a good thing. She stops us from spending it all. Then we have the directors. We have Becky Lowry, Michelle Lehman, Kevin LaPre, and Jeff Print. Jeff is actually the one who pushed forward with this virtual session here, and me being the guy that I am, I tried to cancel it out and do something, but he said, no, we need to do this. And so he's kept us on track and kept us pushed forward. So if it's good today, you tell Jeff. If it's bad today, you blame Jeff, is all I can say. So as we go forward, we have had monthly meetings every month. Our board meets monthly. the first Wednesday of every month. And then we also have committee meetings that you can be a part of and all that, just like the committee meetings to try and put this event here together. So this group has really worked hard all year long to push content to make sure that you're getting what you need out of the user group and, for your $300 fee. But not just that. If they help you, they feel like you're going to help them. And that's the way we all feel. So we did have an in-person meeting in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This was back in March, and we had a great time there. It was a beautiful location. We had a lot of people there. We had old Mike from Original. He handled and took a lot of pictures for us and all that. You can see a lot of the group here. It was a fun time, but it was also, very educational. We had 175 attendees at this event. We had over 20 sessions that was roundtable sessions, training sessions, sessions to start the event with, and then closing out. So, but along with that, we had a lot of collaboration. I mean, when we have these in-person meetings, these meetings come out and it's all M3. It's not like other events that you go to. Everybody's there and like a good church in one accord. And so we're there to talk about M3, all things M3. And it was a very good time for each and all. I haven't heard anything bad about it. And I'm glad. So partner sessions, you've had partner sessions that's going on this year through Work Out Loud and training sessions there. So as we keep going forward and all that, these are some of the things that we've done. The ER promotion, again, as I mentioned, we'll have some sessions later today, but we've been trying to push, and that is one benefit, is to take users, our members, and take the things that are important to them and share and then promote it to Infor. And last but not least, we did just recently attend the Velocity event. There'll be a few slides about that later this afternoon, and to go through and all that to discuss some of the things we did. But Infor allowed us to come in as a user group. We were able to have conversations with people about M3, current people on M3, and people looking at maybe going to M3. So it was very good sessions for each and every one of us. So we thank Infor for inviting us over to that. So to continue forward here, I want to talk about today's sessions and give you a little tidbit of where we're going. Let me make sure I'm staying on track here. But in today's sessions, the first thing we're going to talk about is navigating the M3UGA site. And so this is our site that we use. We will use Work Out Loud as our website. And this is where we do all things M3UGA. And sometimes, just like with Microsoft or just like with M3, when it's new or you're just getting there, there's a lot of navigational things that you don't realize are there. And so we would like to today have Ms. Lauren go through. She's going to give us a session on this is how you use it, the best practices, and all the tidbits and bells and whistles that this has. So that as you come in and you're a member, you'll know how to get in and use it. The next thing we're going to have an ad hoc report. So this is AHS 110. This is a macro level session. It was something that was mentioned and brought up back at our event in March. It's just now coming out, and that's all on me. So I apologize in advance, but it's just now getting out here. But hopefully we can get through that today, and you'll gain some knowledge from there. Next, we'll have a break. It will go through. We'll let you go out, get caught up on your emails, have a little lunch, do those things, and then we'll jump right back in after that with the ER process. Again, that's Michelle and John Penzenhagen. They'll come in and they'll give you a lot of information on not only a how-to and best practices there, but what we've been doing to promote the ER process and how we've been trying to work with Infor to make sure that you're getting the most out of the things and that your ERs are getting moved to the front of the line as best we can. As we finish up the day, we will come in, we'll have a closing meeting. Throughout the day today, and I think Lauren will show you this in a few minutes, there's going to be a place where you can go in and you can enter feedback, okay? We want feedback today. So we want you to send feedback on today's events. let us know, was the event itself valuable to you for you to take time out of your day and do it. Now, these virtual events, sometimes we get to doing the multitasking, but I ask you to, if just let us know what you're thinking on that. So not only that, but we want you to send us suggestions for future training sessions, whether it's a virtual event, whether it's in-person event. We have the event coming up later, first quarter of next year, and we'd like you to give us information. What do you want to see? We do know that there are still some sessions that was mentioned back in March of this year that we're still going to try and put on. And we hope to have some virtual sessions and training sessions in March, in January. We don't want to do any in December. We're going to let you and Santa Claus play together a little bit. So next thing I wanted to know, we've been a group for about 20 years here. And, we've had the same logo for about 20 years and, right around here and all that. But we were having a conversation back at Velocity, and we think that we are the funnest user group there is. And so we're wondering, hey, how do you guys feel about, changing our logo to M3UGA? That is a joke, guys. That is a joke. Right? We are the most fun user group, even though we have a lot of that. But anyhow, we thought that was a funny thing there. So my guys probably are not happy that I put that in there, but it was fun, and we probably not going to change that. So don't give me a lot of feedback on that, and don't send me to the SEC and all that. Yes, all right. So with that being said, I want to see here. I finished a little bit early, so which is unusual for me. If you don't believe me, you go back and ask the board. Every meeting, I think once this year they got out on time after our meetings.